Welcome back, people. Today, I'm going to be talking about this Junostin film that I've been working on for a while, and it's called Simple Steve. And the reason why I'm going to be talking about this is because, well, this is the first Junostin film to ever exist. Or really just the first film that I ever made in general, because I never made films before. So this is like a test to see where things go, and if I'm capable of making films. But yeah, in this video I'm going to go over what it's like, what the film is about, when it's going to be released, and why I'm making it, like the reasoning behind it. So yeah, buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be a long one. So Simple Steve, it's about this dude named Steve, and he falls into this void filled with randomness. It's just complete chaos, you know. And throughout the film, he tries to find his way out of it and to get back into his reality. So yeah, and man, the animation for this film it looks a little different because it's gonna change art styles throughout the film. Like, it's mainly black and white, but in one scene, the outlines will be white, and yeah, and the background's black, or in another scene, stuff like that. And that's something I never done before, so I'm gonna find that interesting. And yeah. However, there's also no voice lines. Like the main character, he doesn't talk. Matter of fact, none of the characters talk in this film. So yeah. So then that's gonna be interesting. The release date for this film, as of right now, it's going to most likely be released somewhere in August, probably around August 3rd. That's just a prediction, not confirmed yet, but it's going to be released around that time. But yeah. Now, the main reason why I decided to create this film is because now the concept of Junostin Films, like having a franchise called Junostin Films, that actually existed for a while, like for over a year now, and I thought about making films. However, I didn't have the time to make films yet because, remember, this was at the time when I first started making Juno tunes, so I was busy on that, so I couldn't really work on films. And I actually thought of a good handful of ideas that could have gotten turned into a film, but none of them did. That doesn't mean I'm not going to use those ideas, because I might in the future, but they're just like it's stuck in the back of my mind for now until I eventually have the time to work on them. Well, yeah. But going a few years later, which is like as of right now, I'm more experienced with like what I'm doing right now, and I decided to jump into a new thing, which is creating films. I mean, it's basically the same thing, just because it's still animation. I'm still animating and stuff. It's gonna be a lot longer. And speaking of that, the duration of this film, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but probably since this is just the first film, it's probably not gonna be that long. But I'm hoping it could be at least like longer than 5 minutes, because that's the longest animation I've made, like around 5 minutes. So yeah, it should be longer than that. Another thing I wanted to talk about was performance. How well the film will do, in which I did not have an idea of that yet. But I did make an estimate of how well it should do. And what I did was I took the typical Journeyman episode, since, Journeyman's more successful than most of the shows I've made so far. And then I saw how many views it gets within one day, which is like 9 to 20 views. Therefore, for the Simple Steve film, it would have to exceed that. Like, and the estimate that I gave it was 30 to 35, which is a lot for me, but I still think it's possible. I just have to promote it correctly. However, I did say the film was going to come out in August, so that's not a lot of time. Well, I mean, not a lot of people are going to see the film on the first day anyway, so I don't know. However, if it does do as well as I thought it would, then I'll probably continue to make more films. Not like constantly, because that's gonna take a long time. So, like let's say it does well, then the next film that I probably would make will probably come out in the next 1 or 2 years. However, if it does like very well, like a lot better, like if it exceeds my expectations, then what I might do is give Simple Steve a series. Actually, no, not a series. More like giving it one or two more films. And if it's really that successful, then I might give it a series. But like that sort of thing. The last thing I want to talk about is like the future of Junostin Films. If this were to happen, if the whole concept becomes successful, uh, I would probably have to find some animators who are willing to like animate a whole film for Junostin for free, because I mean I could do the majority of it on my own, but this is films we're talking about, if not movies, full length movies. I don't think I can do all of that, like doing all of that and handling at least 4 shows. So I'm blessed, by the way, if you are an animator and if you are interested in doing this sort of thing, you could contact me like through Gmail. My Gmail account is right there, or you can just comment in general. That's only if you're interested in like animating a film for like the Junostin Films thing. But yeah, and another thing, Junostin Films, I might also make a segment on Junostin TV where it starts broadcasting like Junostin Films and stuff like that. You know, but yeah, overall, it was just an idea that I have, and I do have some hope that this can become a thing, and it'll be somewhat successful. At least to my expectations, it might be, but who knows? It all depends on this first film. So yeah, that's all I have to say for this topic. Oh wait, one more thing. I'm also going to post the trailers for the upcoming Junostin Films on this channel. Why? I do not know. But yeah, I'm actually going to upload them on YouTube Shorts, because apparently it'll get more recognized that way than on a video. And plus, it's not going to be, the trailers aren't going to be that long. For like for like a longer trailer, like that's like 1 or 2 minutes, if not longer, then I'll post that on like the Junostin Films. But if it's like 30 seconds, like around that, then I'll just post it on this channel for on YouTube Shorts. Okay, now that was it. Okay, goodbye.